Vegan, tested positive for true compassion.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Programele noastre oferă multe limbi. Vă puteți uita pe suprememastertv.com/schedule.
So put things in your life that aligns with your vision of your life. So if you want to eat more whole plant foods, you have to buy them and put them in your cabinets and put them in your refrigerator and your freezer.
Continue watching to find out more.
Greetings, joyful viewers. My name is Obadile. The cordial people of Barbados wish that your days are filled with beauty and sunshine. Welcome to our program, Dr. Yami Vegan, Intuitive Eating for Families, Part 2 of 3. Today, we are again honored to feature Dr. Yami Cazorla Lancaster, who goes by Dr. Yami. She is a board-certified pediatrician and a certified lifestyle medicine physician, a national board-certified health and wellness coach, and a professional speaker. She is a fellow of the American Academy of Pediatrics and a diplomate of the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. Dr. Yami founded the website VeggieFitKids.com, where she shares information on plant-based diets, recipes, and lifestyle tips. She also shares on the site podcast episodes of her weekly Veggie Doctor radio show that helps families make healthy food choices. Dr. Yami is also the author of A Parent's Guide to Intuitive Eating: How to Raise Kids Who Love to Eat Healthy, that provides a unique approach to establishing positive eating habits for children that will last a lifetime. In the first episode, Dr. Yami talked about the importance of trusting children's intuition on how much they should eat. However, there's a subtle difference between intuitive eating and overindulgence.
I think it is important to understand a little bit about nutrition and to know that in the United States, 60% of the calories that we consume come from ultra-processed foods. These are foods that can only be made in the factory. They're highly refined, low in fiber, high in fat, sugar, and salt. These foods can make it a little bit more difficult to stop eating them because they're designed that way. However, I just go back to the division of responsibilities. I go back to the concept of eating whole plant foods and supporting that intuitive eating. It's up to you as the parent to choose the proper foods to have in the house. It's okay to have some of these ultra processed foods and to offer them regularly in smaller amounts. But if that's all you're offering, then yeah, your child may have difficulty stopping, at a certain point, and you might too as an adult. So flood your house, flood your life with whole plant foods, but leave some room for these ultra processed foods. Just try to do them in a smaller amount. And that way you have the opportunity to tune into your body, determine how they make you feel before and after you eat these foods. And you're more likely to stay eating them in a moderate amount that's health promoting rather than overindulging.
In addition to helping children form positive relationships with eating, intuitive eating can help to relieve parents' stress from parenting and preparing meals.
I like to talk about the division of responsibilities, and this was created by Ellen Satter. So she is a brilliant woman who is an expert on feeding children. And this division of responsibilities means that the parents and the children have different responsibilities when it comes to feeding. It is the parent's job to decide what, when, and where. So that means what they're going to prepare, when it's going to be served, and where it's going to be served. So that might mean I'm going to make black bean, sweet potato tacos for lunch. We're going to eat at 12:30 and we're going to sit at the kitchen table. Once I've made those decisions, I've done my part. My part is done. And now it transfers to my child. And then it is my child's duty to decide if and how much. So I present the food and then they're going to tune into their bodies. Am I hungry? How hungry am I? Does this look good to me? I'm going to take a few bites. I might be full. I might be done. I might eat some of the dessert that mom has here, but I don't then cross over into their autonomy. So if I go, I don't think you ate enough. You need to eat more. If I do those things, then I am crossing over into their responsibilities, even though my responsibility is already done. I think that when parents follow this, it can be very liberating for them because then they realize they don't have to be always nitpicking and micromanaging their children's eating. They can just sit back and relax because their job is done. They've done the best they can, which is to offer all of these health promoting foods. But then you have to trust your child. And so that builds trust in your child, but your child also begins to trust you more. And when they trust you more, meal times just become more pleasant, even joyful.
Vegan, yes, represent heaven. To provide moms and dads with useful tips on helping their kids form healthy lifestyle habits and diet choices for life, Dr. Yami introduces the 5 pillars of healthy eating system in her book, A Parent's Guide to Intuitive Eating.
So the first pillar is to honor hunger and satiety, to trust your child and not interfere with their natural intuition. The second one is to focus on whole plant foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, nuts, and seeds. So flood your environment, buy those things, prepare those things, have them in your house, pack them for your children if you make their lunch, but just try to put as many of those foods into your life. If you aren't already eating a lot of whole plant foods, just find little ways that you can start incorporating them into every meal and snack. So just little by little. The third pillar is to create a positive environment. So what that means is your life, your world, what you have in your house is your vision board. That is how you are going to be living your life. So put things in your life that aligns with your vision of your life. So if you want to eat more whole plant foods, you have to buy them and put them in your cabinets and put them in your refrigerator and your freezer. Same thing goes with how we want to think about our bodies. Don't bring in magazines, newspapers, don't subscribe to social media accounts or watch programs that are going to make you feel bad about your body or that promote this unrealistic, thin ideal. Focus more on positive programming. Don't have the magazines that are always talking about weight loss and losing 10 pounds for summer. If you have that in your life, in your world, that is what your brain is going to think is normal and what you should be focusing on. So make your life your vision board. Put in it what you want your life to be like. The next one is to focus on the 80-20 rule. 80% of what you eat, make it as health promoting as possible so that you can have a little wiggle room there 20% of the time. That's vacation and eating out and parties and celebrations, because we know we have a lot of those. So you don't want to be going into these events always feeling really stressed and feeling like you have to be strict on yourself or your children. And the way you do that is that when you're at home, when you're having your normal day-to-day life, make it as health promoting as possible. And then the last one is to relax and have fun. Like I said, a lot of parents are stressed out. They're anxious. They're crying when they feed their children. Their children are crying too. So I want feeding your child to be fun. I want this to be an adventure. I want you to try new things and to really enjoy it. And so that's really just my plea for parents to take a deep breath, do the best you can, and let the rest go.
Here's a recap of the 5 pillars of healthy eating. honor hunger and satiety, emphasize whole plant foods, establish a positive environment, be flexible, 80-20 rule, relax and have fun. For more information about Dr. Yami and her work, please visit dryami.com, veggiefitkids.com, nourishyakima.com. Her book, A Parent's Guide to Intuitive Eating: How to Raise Kids Who Love to Eat Healthy, is available at amazon.com. By not killing any living being, one becomes fit for salvation. Manu Samhita, Hinduism. Affable viewers, it was a pleasure to have you here with us today. Please join us again on Saturday, November 6th for Dr. Yami Vegan Intuitive Eating for Families, Part 3 of 3, where Dr. Yami will talk about nutritional supplements for children, among other topics. Up next is Governments Should Be Pro-Life and Promote Veganism, Part 1 of 8, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May heavenly light shine on all souls and awaken their loving nature.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/HL.